What's going on, guys? It's your boy ATFCOBRA. Today I wanted to cover or talk about one of my favorite guns in Battlefield 3 now. It's the G3A3. I'm starting to really love this game. As you guys can see by the title, it's a 65 kill TDM game. And I just wanted to talk about the G3A3 for a little bit, why it's starting to become one of my favorite guns. And I'm not sure why I slacked on it and why I never really used it, but I understand now that this gun is probably the best gun in the game right now as far as medium to long range gunfights. I mean, it does fare well close range if you're on target, but the G3A3 only has 20 round magazine, so basically you're looking at killing between 1 and 2 guys, you know, at 3 if you're lucky, if you really get all shots on target. But the reload is not too bad if you're loaded. It's 2 seconds, and if you're you know, you used every bullet in the gun then you're looking at a 3.3 second reload, which is not bad at all. It does have a 550 round per minute fire rate, which you know, when you're taking on any other assault rifle or light machine gun that's got a higher fire rate, you're gonna want to be as accurate as you can, because it fires really slow. I mean, compared to everything else, the M16's got 800, 750 for M416, so everything else is gonna, you know, completely dominate it as far as fire range. But what you do have an advantage over is damage. You have a maximum damage of 34, and the drop off is 22. Now, when you do extend the, or when you do add the heavy barrel attachment, it does bring that extended damage, so your maximum damage won't drop off at 50. It's gonna drop off a little bit more. I'm not sure how far it drop offs to, but you can definitely take out some snipers. This is probably sniper's worst nightmare. The G3A3 is so accurate at long range, and you can throw on a 6x scope and do fairly well with this gun because it's really slow to fire. The recoil is not bad either. It's got a 0.45 pull up, 0.2 left, and 0.2 right, and it's just a really good gun. You can kind of tell, like, there's no really too much side to side recoil. It's mostly up, so that's all you have to control. It's just you know, how much it bounces, and you can actually see that the initial recoil, it goes up, and it becomes more controllable as you know, fire fully automatic, which is only recommended when you're going mid range or even close, or somebody's in your face. But long range, you can kind of burst fire and get away with you know, picking off snipers, which is really crazy. Even in this game, I know I was scaring a lot of snipers. I think a lot of snipers switched out their weapons. They started using SKS you know, to try to combat me, and it was really funny. It was really cool, like that guy right there running. And also, this game was laggy, so if you guys noticed that I'm putting a couple shots on target and they're missing, it's because of that. But the spread, while zoomed, is not bad as well, and standing is not bad. I mean, the spread, it feels almost like it's not there because it's so accurate. Like, your shots will go exactly where you put them to if you are aiming correctly. Now, the attachments that I recommend for the G3A3 and to, you know, actually really dominate with this gun is the Foregrip with the Flash-suppressor and the holographic sight. Now, the Cobra sight takes a lot of kills to actually unlock, and you know, if you're just starting to use this gun, if you never used it before and you never had any kills with it, then you're gonna have some you know, you're gonna have probably a long journey to unlock that Cobra, because it's unlocked at 235 kills, which it took me a really long time to get. I don't know why. It's just when I'm using this gun, I play a little bit slower, as you guys will see in this gameplay as well. I don't move around as fast as I usually do. You know, I don't rush around all the time. I kind of pace myself back and forth. I look around corners because, like I said, it fires slowly, and you don't want to get caught off guard by a shotgun guy or M16 guy or an AK guys, because you're gonna get dominated if you don't land those shots successfully on target. Also, the holographic sight is not bad either. It's only unlocked after 80 kills, which should be easy. Should come in like 2 games, 1 or 2 games, depending on how your skill level is. And all the other attachments, I really don't recommend. I mean, the starting one that you probably want to equip yourself with is probably the ACOG. The ACOG and the Reflex is unlocked after 50 kills, which is not too bad, but the ACOG is after 10 kills, because the iron sights aren't bad. But if you're you know, new to this game, you're not really good at, you know, actually shooting and stuff like that, then I highly recommend the ACOG, you know, after 10 kills, and to stick with that. And then you use the Reflex. Reflex is not bad. The only problems I find with the Reflex is just not accurate. Just like the Cobra and the Reflex, they're both not accurate for me. It feels like there's not enough zoom to correctly aim where you want to, whereas the holographic sight gives you a little bit more zoom than both you know, scopes actually. So that's why I felt like you know, I was more accurate, and it felt like my targets were really on point because I had a lot more zoom than just, you know, the plain no zoom on the reflex and the Cobra sight. But the G3A3 has become my most dominant gun. I can beat guys close range, I can beat guys mid range, I can beat snipers long range, and the reason for that, like I said, accuracy. And the hip fire is not bad at all. And like I said, there's not too much of a spread on it, but I don't recommend just running around fully automatic trying to kill guys. Like here, that guy, he obviously had a shot on me, but if he had a different gun, AEK, like I said, I would have been in trouble, or a shotgun. But also one of the best things about this gun is attachments don't change it too much. Like if you slap on a suppressor, it's still gonna have the 34 maximum, 22 minimum drop off, but your drop off is gonna start early. It's gonna start at like 25 30 meters. So that means at longer ranges you're not gonna get those accurate shots. You're not gonna get a lot of shots on target, and you're not gonna maximize your damage. So your drop off to 22, so you're gonna be at 22 damage at or after 25 yards, which is not, it's not too bad, but you don't want to slap on a silencer unless you just you kind of want to mess around and see how well it works for you, or stay off the mini map. But I also don't recommend it with a silencer, because you only have 20 rounds, like I said. So if you waste all those 20 rounds, which you're going to do with the silencer, because it feels like this gun is a lot less accurate when you're using a silencer. And once you go through those 20 rounds, and if you completely empty the chamber, like I said, it's a 3.3 second reload, which if you're really up close and you're getting in guys' face like you want to with this suppressor, then you're probably going to find yourself getting smacked around by other players, because you're going to run out of ammo, you're going to sit back, reload, and get hit in the face. But one weapon that can counter that is switching over to the Rex or the Magnum. I highly recommend the Rex if you're not really too accurate, because the Rex lets you get away with a lot of stuff that you normally shouldn't. And I was using it in the video as well, as you guys will see. A couple shots, a couple kills will come from the Rex, but the Rex is gonna combat that. But if you want something that's gonna give you a lot more security or security when you're just up close and personal, then I highly recommend the 93R as a sidearm. That's gonna really help you in close range. It's gonna keep your enemy at bay as well, because you can hit that 3-round burst in their face, or you can use the M1911, which does very high damage up close and personal, and aim for the head, because the M1911 is really accurate for that. But those are the only two pistols I recommend, other than that and the Rex and the 44 Magnum. And you guys are going to find yourself dominating with this gun. I know no one really switched to the G3A3 in this game, except for myself. But I know before that and last game that I was using it, that a lot of players were starting to switch. As soon as I started killing them with it, they started switching with it, and it was pretty funny. But nonetheless, I thank you guys for watching the videos. Just about coming up to a wrap, and this is probably my best combination right here, to use for just playing around, just when you're actually playing TDM, to kind of up your skills a little bit. But rush as well. This is actually really good setup for rush, because if you're helping your team and you're standing behind your team, then you're gonna be able to pin down a lot of players that are trying to move around the map from medium to long range distances. As you guys can see in the score here, 65 and 15, which is not too bad. I wish I died less, but it was a really good round for me. Thanks you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy the video. Peace.